Alright, in this video we're going to be looking at how we can write fractions or convert fractions into percentages. So in the previous video we looked at and understood percentages and how they relate with decimals and fractions. So this time I'm going to go turn that around and see how we can use these two examples and turn them actually into percentages. So just as a quick reminder, remember the percentage means out of 100. So this number here is going to play a big role in how we can use these numbers to convert them actually into percentages. Now there's two methods in which we can do this, okay? So the first one we'll call method 1, okay? And this one's using, we'll call it simple numbers. Right, so when we want to convert a number, remember that we want to get this fraction here to 100. How can we turn this number, the top number and the bottom number, how can we get the denominator so it's 100? So the number is out of 100. Now, as those that know that how we work with fractions is that whatever I do to the bottom number, I can do to the top. So if I have 5 here, I know that if I multiply 5 by 20, I will get 100. So whatever I do to the bottom, I also must do to the top. So what happens here, I can convert this fraction here, so it looks like that will be 80 over 100. Okay, so now I have a pretty simple fraction that I can turn into a decimal. So if you watched the previous video, you know that you should be able to easily convert this into a decimal. And so if I've got 80 over 100, I know that that would be 0.8, or as a percentage, I know that will be 80%. Okay, so that's method 1. Now method 1 uses simple numbers, so you can only really be able to do this with numbers that are like 2, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50, okay, so the easy numbers that we can convert, but you're definitely going to get times where you can't convert the denominator simply into 100. So this is where you're going to need to use method 2. Now method 2 uses multiplying by 100, okay, so it's multiplying another fraction. So I'm going to drag this one down here so I can do an example just down here on the bottom of the board. So if I have 27 over 40, now I can't easily convert that to 100 because it just won't go. So what I can do is if I multiply this by 100 as a fraction, then this is what it will look like. So I have 27 over 40, and I want to multiply this by a fraction of 100, which means 100 over 1. And now I can simply just multiply these two fractions together, and that will hopefully end up giving me that percentage. So what I need to do is I can cross cancel here. Okay, I'll use 20. So they both have 20 in common, so 20 goes into 40 twice, and 5 here. So really I have 27 over 2. I'll write this down here. 27 over 2 multiplied by 5 over 1. Okay, which will give me 2. And that will also give me 135. Okay, so I have 135 over 2. Okay, so I have 135 over 2. So all I need to do is convert this down so I get to 1. So if I write this up here, 135 over 2, all I need to do is divide 135 by 2, which will give me 67.5. And now I can write that as a percentage. So method 2 gets a little bit complicated, but as long as you know that if you have a fraction, all you have to do is multiply it by another fraction of 100 over 1, cross cancel, simplify, and that's how you can get your percentage from there. So you have two methods here. It's easy when you have a simple denominator, as we see in method 1, but method 2 also is quite easy as long as you get that repetition in. So make sure you take down those notes and ask any questions if you have. Thanks guys.